Hello and welcome to this video on evaluating and comparing graphs. Here we have three equations for graphs. These could be a cost of a car, this could be distance traveled, this could be really anything. What we're looking here is the general trend. Comparing these equations for a second, it's very easy to see which one has the highest starting position. It's the one with the highest y-intercept. Which one is the lowest starting position? This one, which has a y-intercept of 0. This one's in the middle. It's also easy to see which one has the higher rates. These two have a higher rate of 2 than this one's of 1, the implied one out in front of the x. But the struggle then comes looking at this visually. So I'm on Desmos, which is a useful graphing utility. If you ever have trouble graphing, I recommend coming here. But let's just turn on these graphs really quick and compare them. And let's take a look and see how these look. So the question we're trying to answer is, when we look at a graph visually, how do we determine which one had the highest starting position, which one's farther ahead, which one has a higher rate? So, looking at this graph for a second, let's start with the starting position. Notice how graphically on the y-axis, let me zoom out so we can see that a little better, the y-axis is here, and whatever one's highest up on the y-axis has the highest starting position, which is this 2x plus 7. Comparatively, the ones with the higher slope are steeper than this one. This is kind of a shallow line. These two are steeper. And if we want, we can continue this trend and we could look at half x, which has a shallower slope, or we could look at 3x, which has an even steeper slope still. In fact, let's turn these off for a second so we can kind of see that range of options. They all start at the same point, but based on how steep the slope is, we know one of these rates is increasing at a fast rate. If these were cars, this was time here, position here, this line in red would be going the fastest. If we turn back our original toggles, this one would be going slower, but be ahead for most of the trip because it's got that higher initial position. This one, red and blue. So notice how the red line is higher and faster than the blue line. So up until a certain point, the red is faster, or the red is farther ahead, or more expensive, or whatever we're really measuring. So, to summarize, first and foremost, graphs with the same slope will have the same kind of steepness. Graphs with a higher starting position will intersect the y-axis at a higher point. And graphs that have a higher rate will have a steeper visual slope. There you go.